Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of 8 Ounces of Inspiration. And today we have with us Basuti joining us from Zimbabwe. Basuti is a multi-award winning founder and she has two companies, a trust which is called GoToSpace and GoTo Private Limited. It is a business company based out of Botswana. She is a Space for Women mentor and ambassador, an endowed chair of Educational Technologies, Botswana Country Space Technology Chair, Director of Mobile Studies in Africa, and a Director for E2E Africa. She promotes STEM education. She's a mentor and advisor for women in technology and Global Women for Good ambassador. Her initiative and her mission is to get more women and girls to study the STEM programs and to enter the space sector, to manage resources, and to empower more women to come into that space to reduce the gender inequality and to promote women in entrepreneurship and use of technology and sustainability. So here we have with us Basuti. Thank you so much for taking out the time and coming on board to speak with us. I think your journey will be a very strong inspiration for a lot of girls and women who aspire to make a career in technology and who are aspiring to study technology to create new innovations and new groundbreaking paths into this world. So welcome, Basuti. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So Basuti, we want to start by asking you what inspired you? What's your background? Are you yourself a technology student? Have you been a technology student? And what got you inspired and motivated to start your career journey in this field and to move into a field which is mostly dominated by men, right? Space technology. So what got you into it?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Yeah, my name is Basuti Bolo. I grew up in a village in Botswana called the Matangani village. I started my primary school at the Matangani Primary School. And when I was at primary school, I was one of the best students in mathematics, science, and STEM programs. And when I was doing grade 4 at that age, I came across the picture of Yuri Gagarin, the first man who went into space. So I vowed that picture. Then I said, wow, one day I would also love to go into space. But I didn't know exactly how. And it's just like that and I kept that picture with me until I'll be to come to know that when I was doing grade 7, to know that, okay, to go to space, you have to be an astronaut. Then I also wanted to be an astronaut later on, because at that time, I didn't even know, because the world was still manual, no like digital world where maybe I can link with other people, where I can link with NASA's and so on. I didn't know where. So because, when you are in rural, sometimes you just see the airplane flying all over. Then I say, wow, that is space. So I also want to be a pilot then if I failed to do space because I didn't know. So it came just that way. And I used to be the best student in mathematics. Once I finished my primary level, I went to secondary, to tertiary, where I was specializing in STEM programs. Then I ended up doing first honors degree in geographical information systems and remote sensing, where I started to learn about the space applications. So that's when now I started to see that now I am riding on my dream. But it was not enough, because I really wanted to know, how do astronauts live in space? So I kept that thing. The time when now there was online and digital, when we were transforming from analog to digital, that's where I Googled NASA. Then I found some online programs where I started to do program on space. Sometimes I'll just volunteer or just do space events. Like sometimes they will send some invitation for you to write your name if you want your name to be featured in the spacecraft that are going to the Mars, to the Sun. So I was one of the participants or individuals who participated for the names to go into the Sun and the Moon. So I was sponsored also by United Nations to do a postgraduate diploma in space and atmospheric science in one of the United Nations regional centers based in Nigeria. It's called African Regional Center for Science, Technology and Education in English, Space Science Technology Education in English. That's when now I started my career on space. And just because of space, I also have the passion, and I wanted to know exactly why do planes, why do satellites disappear in space? And sometimes the report will say, it says it's a non-failure. So I wanted to see exactly that. There's nothing like a non-failure. Sometimes it's technical, sometimes it's something. So when I was reading research to find that there was something that we call geomagnetic storm is the sunstorm. So this sunstorm produces charged particles that can affect electronic devices and navigation systems. Then I did my research on the impact of this storm on the satellite, electronic devices and navigation systems, and to find that some of the satellite and aeroplanes, they may crash because of the storm. So I was happy then. That's where I started to do my research and also volunteer to be a Space for Women mentor at the United Nations. For short, I can just stop here because I have a lot to say on my journey.
Wow, that's amazing. I've always heard stories, and even in India, right? A lot of students who come from smaller towns or smaller villages, they aspire, they dream, as you said, when I would look at the plane going from above and I would think, okay, I want to fly this plane someday, or I want to go to the space and see what it's like. And it's so beautiful to see those dreams come true, right? Because moving from that small space where probably you don't have that much exposure, that much, that many facilities that are given to you in terms of counselors and everything, to create your niche and still find your destiny and your path is absolutely beautiful. So what are let me start with, so with this, what do you envision your, say, 10 years to be from now? What do you aspire for yourself? What are your professional goals and aspirations?
So from now, I just look at it because I look at the world, the community in general, not focusing in Africa or in my country. I have found that there's a gap because if you look at sustainable development goals, even their objectives or you find that almost all they are being addressed by space science and technology. So I have this had made me to register a trust that it is called GoToSpace Trust, and is registered in Botswana, so that I train youth, I train young children on the use of space science technology to empower them so that they can also be part of the system to address the challenges that is being faced by the world. So my target is that me and my team, I want to see, like in the 5 years to come, to see more than 50,000 individuals practicing or know the use of space science technology. Because you'll find that we are using it and some people are not aware. We are using our internet every day, we use our smartphones, we also have climate change, but people, they don't know that this climate change is because of the weather or the atmosphere, that individuals or a researcher, an engineer can design a tool or can assess the challenges that we face on our environment. And this could be done only by the use of space science technology, because once you look at the satellites can monitor our environment at a global level rather than focusing on a small area. But that's my interest. And also to find, if you look at women, if you look at the United Nations, UNESCO statistics population report of 2012 found that there are more women than males. And also in Africa, if you look at the population, there are more girls. So if you can leave girls and women behind, we cannot do much. The world cannot do much. They also need to be taken abroad. And if we leave them looking at poverty level, you'll find that these technological and STEM programs, jobs, they offer higher salary than any other job. So women need to be involved also to raise their kids, to be educated, to be empowered, and also to drive change in the world. Because this world is not only the world that we see men on it. There are also women. So we have to do the same, or we have to be included in our environment to manage the resources. Thank you.
Absolutely. I do agree with you. I think we need to encourage, empower, enable more women and girls to take this up as a career path, to learn more about it, and to contribute to the world of space and technology, that space, because I think women can bring some really strong, groundbreaking pathways into these fields. Well, coming to my next question, I want to ask you that, while growing up, right, and till now, whether it's in your career, whether it's on a personal level, you may have had some challenges, all of us do. Share a challenge with us that helped you to get stronger from it, or share a challenge with us at work that has kind of limited your growth path in certain ways. And it could be, some financial challenges or certain economic challenges. Sometimes it's policy challenges which don't allow us to grow as fast as we want. So share something with us so that we can get an insight into, what your journey's been.
Yeah, when there are different challenges that I experienced ever since I started my career or my journey. So because you find that you'll be in a male environment and you are the only female, or sometimes find that you are very free. When I was at a primary level and secondary level, sometimes there is a norm that a girl child cannot do much on the STEM program. But to me, I just see it in a different way, because I just saw myself that as long as I'm a human being, I'm just like a male student. So we're in the same class, we're teaching, and we were taught the same in the same environment. So why should I fail, or why should I get lower marks than a male student? So that's why I was saying that I used to do the best, and also I was driving my passion. And sometimes you find that the challenges that I faced also when I was progressing is a lack of support. Sometimes you find that there were some programs that will also be that were supporting male students, not females. Sometimes there's a norm that a girl child would get maybe pregnant before going far. So this job is for males because it's very soon, maybe you'll have a family, you can't do much, you will miss you. So those kind of things. So those are the things that the challenges that can hinder or were hindering my progress.
Yeah.
Another challenge is that sometimes you find that is age limit. So we find that all women, we raise kids. We are the one who give birth to our kids. We have to be there for some months raising the kids, and there were sometimes no policies that support a woman, because more especially when it comes to these scholarships. Yeah. Sometimes the scholarship, if you look at the scholarship, age limit is 35 years old. But when you are 35 years, let's say you get married at 25 years old. 35 years old, that's where your child is 10 years old, and you are still raising that child. The child needs your support. So now you want to go for further studies, the gates are closed. So that's where I face the challenges. Yeah. And to an extent that you'll find yourself now sponsoring yourself, you've lost or missed opportunities that were given to a male student, and you lag behind because of that.
Yes.
And also, that's where sometimes I would say there must be no age limit when it comes to sponsorship or scholarship for women, because women, we are there every day. We do multitask, home plus at work. And also, looking at a woman, and there's no difference between a woman and a male much, because as long as a male has a vision, has a dream to follow, also women, they have a vision and a dream to follow. So we have to be given that opportunity.
Absolutely.
So what makes me to be brave is that as long as I was driving my vision and passion, sometimes I'll take my my weaknesses or those failures into opportunities. For example, like if I give you an example that, okay, as a woman, I raised my kids until I was 30 or 40 years old. That's when I started to do my master's degree, when the kids are grown up. Right now, I'm about to graduate my PhD. And at the age of 53 now, you see, I have to, I was there for the family first, then I started later. And where you feel that there's no support, because sometimes it's the feeling that male environment, it is like it's not suitable for you, or there's inequalities. You have to be part of the team, and you have to be nice to the team. You have to also to appraise them to support you, not to be like not to maybe to you have to support them. You have to be there for them, and you see that now you are in the same team, you are in the same spirit, because sometimes it's only the thinking that because I'm different, maybe I'm treated different. So that's the strategies that I use, and I can say to any young girl that you must drive your vision, follow your dream. Sometimes I have turned my dream into passion, into my career. Today, I'm working as an endowed chair educational technologies at Africa University, and you see now it's a career now. It's no longer a dream.
You know, it's so inspirational. Like you said, at the age of 53, you're pursuing your PhD, you're going to get it. You started your master's at 50. And I think more and more women need to come out, because that's the time when we feel we've taken care of our responsibilities as a nurturer, as taking care of the kids. And we feel there is time, now you have plenty of time, you have a space for yourself. But a lot of women take a step back because they feel, oh, am I too old? Am I now going to, like you said, that everyone's, crossed the line and I'm just starting? Is that appropriate? And I think if we can get out of that fear and we can liberate ourselves into, is it right or not? But just go ahead and do it like you did. I think we can be such strong forces of inspiration and contributions into the world. So tell me now that, you're a woman, right? And I would like to get your views on, do you think it's important for women to be financially independent? And if yes, then why do you think it's so important?
Yes, it's very true, because I think it's very important for women to have their own finances, because sometimes you find that, like I said, that statement that says that as long as you are a human being, you have the passion, you have the dream to drive. So imagine you have to request, you don't have money. Sometimes you find that that's why so many women, they are so stressful, because they'll be seated at home, they can't drive their passion, they can't do whatever they want to do. If a woman is financed, have money, she can do a lot. She can maybe start to work. She can do mentorship. Like you see now, we are doing mentorship. But sometimes you find that lack of financial, finances, sometimes it hinders your progress. It hinders you because you use your own resource also for other people or for the community to benefit. So that's what we are facing. Because like I said, I've registered a a trust for GoToSpace for teach, but as I can tell you, I don't have where to because I'm being limited by funds, by money. But if I had that money, already I'll be very far. I'm still trying to save bit by bit to go out or to do train or to empower other people there. So it's all about commitment, and we really need money. I believe that a woman must have her own finances.
Absolutely. I'm with you because I personally have been a big advocate, and I tell all girls, all women that working is not an option. It is a must. You know, the duration of your work, what you want to do, how you want to do it is a choice that you make. But you must use your education, your productive mind, your creativity to create something unique in this world, which is with which you are endowed with certain qualities, which I may not have, but you have. So you need to bring it out to the world and share that into the community. So you said you're a parent, and I would like to understand from you, what are the two most important characteristics? What are the two qualities or characteristics that you have always inculcated in your children or you have raised them with?
You can start again because the internet was,
So as a parent, I would like to know that what are the two most important characteristics or qualities that you have always raised your children with, or taught them that this is how you need to be when you grow up, two characteristics that you stand by.
I taught my children to, I'm raising boys. I have 4 sons only. So I taught them to be very independent and also to take each and every opportunity, or to also to change a challenge into an opportunity. And I also, because as a single mom, I raised them in a such way that they have to work as a team to support each other, and they have to work towards meeting their deadlines and goals. So that's what I can say that. And also because sometimes you find that there will be boys, your children will be there and you are out. So I have trained them to be independent, because I was looking at sometimes whether we have parents or no parents. What if there's something goes wrong and you end up being alone? So I've trained them to be independent and also to work as a team, to support each other. The elder one will support the younger one, and so on. And also we are working as a team with my children. So that's what I do.
Absolutely. So coming to my last question, I would like you to share with everyone who's hearing this podcast a quotation that you really live by, or that has really inspired you and become your mantra towards living your life. Any quotation from anybody, from a book or from a person?
Yeah, to everyone I can say that, in life, you must follow your dream. You must also be strong to face challenges, because these challenges sometimes is not the challenges that can stop you to reach your goals. Sometimes challenges, they make you strong, because you have to move from a comfort zone to another zone where you will have that strong feeling that as long as I want to achieve this, you have to achieve it. And to be like, for example, if I can say that if in the first statement, I am a multi-award winning, but if you look at it, it's not that those awards, they just came when I was seated or I didn't have any challenges. There were so many challenges. And just because I focused and my dream was to achieve my goals, I ended up achieving my goals because I took some of the challenges to be positive. Sometimes there was delay, because sometimes you think that you can achieve in a month. Sometimes it can take you even 5 years to achieve your goals, or even more than 10 years. So you have to be patient. You must also have hope. And also the most important thing I get that I forgot is teamwork spirit. learn from others, learn from mentors, and you must have a role model. My role model, to share with you what made me to be like, I want to be at the United Nation level one day, is Honorable Kofi Annan, because I was just looking at him, the way all the statement or the ways that he was giving to the world. I said, I vowed that, wow, one day I also want also to be at the United Nations. Because at the United Nations level, you don't speak to your community, you don't speak to your parents, you speak to the world. The world will value you, will listen to you, and you are also contributing towards the world. To be strong, I was looking at Honorable late Nelson Mandela. Looking at his history, he suffered for more than 20 years in the prison. But when he came out, he said, my people, my nation, one nation. And he was not also looking at one nation. He was looking to the world. So these two people, they have empowered me, but through, not through like in person, or I was just following them as my role model. So I'm happy today because as I'm speaking to the world.
Yeah.
I told them that even me one day, I want to be the same. No matter how long and how difficult or the challenges that I face, I will make it. So today I'm here.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Basuti. Thank you for sharing your insights, your accomplishments, your journey, and your challenges with us, and how you brought up 4 children, right, on your own.
Yes.
And you are doing your PhD, you've done your master's, you are pursuing a line which is actually the road less traveled, because you don't hear many people in space and technology. So it's great that even at the after taking a career break, you decided to take on something that was always your passion and your love. So thank you so much for everything, for your time. And we hope our readers are going to be very, very inspired by your story, and they're going to choose space and technology as their career paths if that's what interests them and that's what they're passionate about. Thank you.